Well, this is the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli. So here I am in the Pirelli tent, and what we want to do right now is kind of walk you through the process. So Amy Ruman has been nice enough to drop off 4 used sets of tires or beautiful forge line wheels, and then the Pirelli guys, they all hopped up like they know what they're doing. He's X'd them out, and he basically is the one that's going to mark this and tell them they just turned in 4 tires. They're going to get 4 new tires, and he invoices them. No money is exchanged here at the track. See, he's writing her number here, the number 23 on that beautiful red McNichols Corvette. He's basically, all they're doing is stacking it up with the fronts and the rears. They move down through here. You can see that this is the left front. This is the right front. And now they're coming in here to the dismount. Now these are the forge line wheels. They put them on here. This thing comes in, takes the bead. You can see it. It's about to take the bead and basically squish the tire down. And then they run it through. And you can tell the muscle memory of these Pirelli technicians is unbelievable. This is a lot harder and more difficult than they make it look, as now they're basically coming through to dismount the tires. You can hear everything is through their air compressor. Now they're taking it off the bead. And they've got it fully dismounted. So there is the old tire, and now they put the new tire on. This is the lubing. They just kind of lube the bead, and I did hear that they have to put more lube on the bead for the TA2 tires than on these TA Forge Line wheels tires. And now they're mounting the tire. Obviously, with the muscle memory that's happening right now with these Pirelli technicians, they've done this thousands of times, I would say. So now they come up here to inflation. And the first thing that the inflator will probably, one of the first things, so they've got these little innards that go inside the valve stem. You can see that. That's what you're pushing when you have to put air into the tires or out of the tires. That goes in. He's airing it up. And you can see this part, I guess, gets kind of dangerous. You don't want your fingers in there when the bead pops that we just heard. And then just in case, they've put a cage around this. And then how many pounds, the first time you inflate, how many pounds are you putting in this?
We're going to find out. It's about 50.
50 pounds, okay. So basically, you put it up to 50 just to get the beads to pop, and now you bring it down to whatever, 30. Okay, so they're going to do 30 pounds, and then it comes down here to balance. And balance is kind of, not that this isn't a science anywhere, but the balancing is really one of the most critical aspects of this, because then the car won't shake or vibrate, and the drivers will feel a lot better. If a tire goes out of balance or a wheel goes out of balance, that can really mess them up. This is the balancer, and this is a computer generated, and it rotates itself, and then it'll tell them where to put the weights. It'll tell them where to rotate and then what weights they need where. So there's the green mark on the tire. And what is it telling you which weights to put where?
Yeah, so each one of these is a quarter ounce. It's asking for 2 ounces, so you're going to have 8 total. That arrow right there indicates top dead center, which is right here.
Okay. So the green arrow tells the top dead center, and he's putting the weights in there. Then he's going to do it again and see if it passes. Have you ever had a perfectly balanced wheel and tire without weights?
Yeah, it happens from time to time.
That's kind of like a lucky strike.
Yeah, sort of.
3 cherries at the slot machine. So that looks good. That passes, balanced. And now it comes out here, the number 23, and they'll keep the tires together, but then they'll stack them out here. So let's watch this balancing process one more time, because it is pretty neat to watch. So they've got these, looks like these are quarter ounce. So I'm holding right here then 1 ounce of wheel weights. Then they've got this very sticky double-sided underneath, and then they have to be flexible, obviously, because they go inside the rim, and then they do everything they can to make sure all the weights are on the inside and not the outside. You know, on your street car, you might have weights that are clipped or adhered to the outside, like meaning what you can see, but the Pirelli, they try to do everything to the inside. So now it's just going around, and I guess the computer device is feeling where it's out of balance.
Exactly, yeah. It's got a sensor inside that can feel the heavy side of the tire.
Well, look at that. I can sense it. I just gave you 1 full ounce right there. And now you're looking for the green arrow for top dead center.
Yep, so we'll line that up.
That's pretty amazing. So then after balancing, they line them back up here, and then it's at the team's leisure to come and pick them up whenever. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Unless they are having to wait for them if it's like a race set or something like that, and we're holding them to be released for the time of a race.
So that is the Pirelli. That's the whole process. I've heard that there's been weekends a few years ago at Sebring. They went through 1,300 tires total with IGT and with the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli. This weekend they're going to go through about just over 600 tires, and they've got the assembly line working. We're kind of early on. This is just kind of test and practice sessions. But as the weekend progresses, we might see more and more tires rocking through here. But that's how Pirelli does the Pirelli tires for the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli. A great marketing partner to have in the series. They're doing so much R&D for us, and hopefully we're doing the same for them. It's kind of a mutually beneficial relationship, but that's kind of the assembly line here at Pirelli.